Good morning, everybody. Ron Harris here, MD Online Editor here in my hotel room in Atlanta, Georgia for the Chicago Pro. Just want to do a quick one to go over the schedule for today, day 2 of the Chicago Pro. We're going to be doing full coverage because I've been getting a lot of messages, a lot of DMs. Usually the one is, what time is Rolly going on? And as a joke, sometimes I say 12:47. And they go, oh, thank you. They think I'm being serious, but no. You can never tell exactly when a particular athlete's going to be on. So I need to preface this by saying, if you're not here, the only way you can watch the show live is by getting the pay-per-view live stream. Yes, you do have to pay for it. This is not a free one this weekend, but it's a great show. It's well worth it. Excellent lineup. I mean, we had a great day yesterday for day 1. Yesterday we did women's physique, wellness, figure, men's physique, classic physique, and 212. That was all day 1. Today is going to be women's fitness, women's bodybuilding, bikini, and of course, men's open. That's the one most people really want to see. So Tim Gardner Productions, that's not Gardner, it's Tim, Gardner Productions.com. Full schedule and everything. Of course, there's a link there to get the pay-per-view for day 2. And of course, we're doing full coverage of muscular development on the musculardevelopment.com No Bull forum. We have a play-by-play thread. And on that, I sit there throughout the entire judging and finals process, taking pictures, and immediately, thanks to the team back home, guys, Jen, Chris, Dave, and we got Mike Cox, Giles, Lauren helping out with the play-by-play today. So the play-by-play thread, tons of pictures, commentary. You can post there your own opinions, insights, all that good stuff. So it kicks off today. There are 2 sections today. Yesterday they broke up the judging into 2 different sections. There were more divisions yesterday. Today it's just 1. So the judging starts at 11 a.m. Eastern. So that's going to be women's fitness, women's bodybuilding, bikini, and open. Hey, Matt. So it starts at 11, and however long it takes to get through each division, that's when the next division. So if you want to know exactly when the men's open is going to go on, and you can see, wow, who we got in men's open today. This is a killer show today. It really is. I'm very impressed by the lineup. Some guys I'm looking forward to see: Max Charles, Phil Clayhar. We got some new guys I haven't heard of: Slavoj Bednar, James Kuberson, Matt Kuba I've seen before, very good. Hunter Labrada, obviously, last year's Tampa Pro champion. That was his pro debut. He nailed it last year. He's gonna give the guys a run today if he doesn't win outright. Joe Mackey out of Texas, looking huge. Justin Mackey, no relation, spells it differently. Zach Merkel, I believe this is Zach's pro debut. Zach, big dude out of Pittsburgh. A lot of people have been looking forward to that. Islam Muhammad, I'm not too familiar with him. Hassan Mustafa from Egypt, now hanging out in Las Vegas. Can Hassan put it together today, guys? Oof, I hope so, man. Hassan at 100%, which we've never seen. Never seen his condition 100%, but man, if he brings that, he's going to be very, very tough to beat. Muhammad Shaban, also excellent guy, bodybuilder. Looking forward to seeing. I've never seen Muhammad compete yet. He's done very well this season, but I wasn't at any of those shows. Very, very complete physique. Massive, rugged, that to me is bodybuilding. Seth Shaw out of Nevada. Brett Wilkin out of Denver. Brett turned pro in Classic, I think it was like 5 years ago. Then he moved up to 212. Then he's taken a couple more years off, and now he's going to be like 245 or something today. Brett, of course, Brett Wilkin, I kept calling him Wilkins, the husband of pro figure Ivana Ivusic. She's figure, right? Or is she bikini? Oh, guys, I'm going to get in trouble here because I should know that, right? Ivana, their husband and wife. And, of course, last but not least on the list, because it's alphabetical, Rolly Winkler. So Rolly is going to be the last man to do his individual presentation on stage today. So how it works, if you've never been to these things or you haven't been to them in a long time for the judging. So say in men's open, there are 15 in men's open today. They'll probably bring them out in 3 groups, two or 3 groups. They don't want the stage to be too full, and they just run them through. Head judge Steve Weinberger will run them through quarter turns, and they'll hit a couple poses, not all the mandatory poses, because this is not really comparisons. That's just getting their initial impression of the guys with a few other guys, not even the full lineup. So when they're all done doing that, it's going to be 2 or 3 groups where they're just doing quarter turns and a couple poses. Then each of the men come out for an individual presentation where they do all the mandatory poses just by themselves. Then they all come back on stage. They usually put them on 2 sides of the stage. Head judge Steve Weinberg will make the first call out. I missed that, Eduardo. Are you from Brazil, or you want to say someone else is from Brazil? Because we had a great guy from Colombia last night win the Classic. Oof, amazing. Andre, jeez, he's so new, I can't remember his name. Andre Urbano, or, wow, he was good, whatever his name was. I'll find it for you, because you want to watch this guy. Darwin Andres Uribe from Colombia, new Classic guy that won last night. Phenomenal. Not huge, but man, to me, he looks a lot like Frank Zane with bigger legs. Just very, very nice flowing shape. So anyway, sorry, back to the men's open. They will do the comparisons. First call out, they'll call out usually 5 or 6 guys. Typically it's 5. Move them around a little. And that's where you get your initial impression, because if you're in that first call out, very good chance that's typically the top 5. It doesn't always go that way. Sometimes someone who's in the second call out can work their way back up once the judges get a better look at them. But a lot of times, because they've had that initial impression, and these judges, especially Steve, has seen thousands of he's been judging thousands of these things over the years. So many shows. He's seen hundreds of thousands of physiques, I'm sure. He can tell pretty much right away who the front runners are going to be, who's looking the best that particular day. And that's what it comes down to. A lot of people think, oh my gosh, Rolly's in the show. Classic from Brazil, Zancanelli. Yeah, I've seen him. He's very good. Was he in the show? Was he in there yesterday? I don't remember him. I'm sorry if I don't remember him. Anyway, yeah, Rolly is definitely the front runner because he's been 3rd at the Olympia in 2018. A lot of people thought he could have been 2nd, maybe even 1st that year. That was the year that Sean Roden beat Phil Heath, stopped Phil Heath from getting his 8th title. So Rolly is definitely one of the best bodybuilders in the world. He's won, I want to say, like 8 or 10 shows already over the years. Just a fantastic physique, that real round, bubbly, full muscle, great shape. Conditioning with him sometimes can be an issue. A lot of times he gets better as he competes, meaning he'll do like one show. I think a lot of you guys remember in 2018 he did the Arnold Classic Ohio, and he was off. He was just too full, too watery, a little bloated looking. 2 weeks he dropped something like 15 pounds. I think it was 14. It looked like even more, but he looked so much better, and he won the Arnold Classic Australia, and he beat I think everyone that had beat him at the Arnold Ohio, save for whoever won. I'm sorry if I can't remember who won the Arnold Ohio in 2018. I know it wasn't that long ago. So with Rolly, it comes down to condition. If Rolly's 100% or close to it today, I don't even think Hunter can beat him, but that's just my personal opinion. I've never seen them next to each other either. I've only seen Hunter compete once, and that was last year at the Tampa Pro, where he was a very, very convincing winner. So it's going to come down to who brings their A game today, who's able to nail that condition. And it's not such an easy thing to do. I mean, if you go to enough of these shows and you follow the athletes, you see their progress pictures and videos leading into the shows, and a lot of times they're looking so much better a week, 2 weeks, sometimes even 2 or 3 days out from the show. They're looking dry and tight, crisp, and then things can go awry. They want to fill out. It's a delicate balancing act that these guys have to do with their coaches as well, trying to get a handle on that, striking that balance between fullness and condition, because they want to be as full. They want the muscles to be as full and bursting looking as possible, but they also want to have that lean, tight, dry look with no water, no body fat, where every little detail can be seen. And a lot of times when they're loading, putting in the carbs and all that, sometimes they go a little too far in that direction and they spill over. And what you see on stage is often a disappointment if you've been seeing them on social media, because you were used to you saw that real dry, tight look, because they were depleted. They were the last couple weeks of prep. Most of these guys will prep for 16 weeks or more, And the last couple weeks, they're pretty much already in their stage ready at that point. And it's often trying to do those things that will make them look 5 to 10% better. And sometimes that works, and sometimes it backfires, and they end up looking 10 to 20% or more worse. But it's worth the Brazil, yes, Brazil, obrigado. Yeah, I wish I spoke some Portuguese. I speak some half-assed Spanish, and that's about it. So just to reiterate one more time, guys, the schedule today, it's going to start at 11. Men's Open, what time? See, there we go. It's going to be the last of 4 divisions to go, and the judging starts at 11. So however long it takes to get through fitness, women's bodybuilding, and then bikini, however long that takes to judge, what's this say? If you had to put $10,000 on the top 3, I'll do that at the end, Joe. So my best guess, and that's all we can do is guess, assuming it starts exactly at 11, and even then you don't know how long it's going to take. This is not the Daily Pump. That's long gone. That was my blog. So my best guess, it'll probably take about an hour and a half, maybe more. Where do we watch the stream? You have to go to timgardnerproductions.com and buy the stream. It is not free. There's no way to buy it, no way to watch it free today. People were live streaming yesterday from the show, and they were getting in big trouble. They were getting their phones confiscated. They were getting kicked out because it's, these promoters, they took a big hit last year with COVID and events not happening. They're trying to make back some of the money this year with the pay-per-views and things. And if you can watch the stream for free anywhere, you're not going to pay for it. So they had to shut down a few people that were trying to pull a fast one. So Tim Gardner Productions is where you can get the stream. But of course, instant photos, I upload those, or I should say the MD team uploads them for me at musculardevelopment.com on the Noble Forum. There's a thread called 2021 Chicago Pro Play-by-Play. That's where you can find all that. And that's all. We have pages and pages of pictures from yesterday. So the finals tonight are going to start at 4 p.m. and it's going to be the same order, I believe. So again, it'll be fitness, women's bodybuilding, bikini, and open. So when will they go on tonight? When will the men's open go on tonight? Impossible to say. I wish I could tell you an exact time, but it doesn't work like that at these shows. Unless you've been to the shows or you've even watched a full show on pay-per-view, you wouldn't know that. So that's okay. That's what I'm here for, guys. Top 3. Someone wanted to know about the bootleg bodybuilding shows. Yeah. So my top 3, if I had to, man, if everyone's in perfect condition, I would go for top 3, Rolly, Hunter, Muhammad Shaban. That would be my top 3. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. You never know how these guys. That was my prediction. I just did it. You missed it. I'll go top 5. How's that? If everyone's in perfect shape today, if everybody nails it 100%, which has never happened in the history of bodybuilding, my top 5 would be Rolly Winkler, Hunter Labrada, Muhammad Shaban, Hassan Mustafa. I might put Hassan ahead of Muhammad. That's tough. I've never seen Muhammad. I really want to see him next to these guys. There's a few guys I've never seen compete because either I haven't been at the show or they've only really done shows over in Europe, and I haven't been to any of the shows he's been at. Fourth to fifth, I'm saying he's probably going to battle that out with Max Charles. We'll see. Is there prejudging for open? Yes. So you're going to have to go back and watch because I'm repeating myself multiple times. Men's Open judging is going to be the 4th division to go today, but the 4 divisions all start at 11, so there's no way to tell you exactly when Men's Open goes on. If they were the 1st division, I could say, yeah, it's 11, but they're not. They're the last. Of course, that's how it goes in a lot of these shows. They save the best, I shouldn't say best, the most anticipated, the most popular division, which is typically Men's Open, for last. Just like yesterday, 212 went last in the judging because that was the main event for yesterday. A lot of people want to see 212 bodybuilding, and that was the exciting component of the event that most people have been waiting for. And today it's, of course, the Chicago Pro Men's Open. Thanks for the update, Ron. All right, guys, so that's it. That was just a quick one. I want to let you guys know how it's going to run today because a lot of you have never been to shows, and you're messaging me asking when Rolly's going to go on, and I'm trying to explain that that's an impossible question. And, of course, I'm getting a ton of questions about where they can watch the show and they want to see the stream for free. I understand, because there's so much free content these days. But this time, you'll need to go to Tim Gardner Productions. Please support the show, support the pay-per-view. They have like 4 cameras running. They have Dennis James and Isabel Terrell doing commentary through the show. They're doing a fantastic job. I think Alina Popa is doing the interviews. Isabel's doing interviews. They're doing a great job. That's the Wings of Strength team doing all that. So what I asked, when has Rolly been 100%? Best Rolly I ever saw was 2018 Olympia, when he took third. He looked fantastic at that show. I think there was a couple other shows where he looked pretty damn good, but I wasn't there. Anyway, that's it, guys. Gonna wrap it up. Thanks for watching. Check out all the coverage. The judging starts at 11. MuscularDevelopment.com, Noble Forum. Coverage brought to you by High Tech Pharmaceuticals. And, of course, the finals at 4 p.m. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.